afternoon, friends, my colleagues on dais. Well, I am representing sugar sector, and this year, like last year, has been a year of surplus production of sugar. You must have heard about. You know, this year the production of sugar will go up to 320 lakh tons in country, and with Maharashtra's contribution to the extent of 107 lakh tons, so it's almost one third. You must have also read about farmers' agitations throughout country, and I'm very proud to tell you that this is the first year after independence that we in Maharashtra could distribute almost 95% of the fair and remunerative price, that is popularly called as FRP, to the farmers till yesterday. So is our contribution to farmers' lives through FRP payment has been to the extent of 23,000 crores. You'll just imagine the size of sugar industry. Sugar is, after textile, is second largest agribusiness in the country, and more than say 5 crore people are affected directly or indirectly by the sugar industry. Maharashtra alone has more than 40 lakh farmers and 20 lakh workers working with the sugar industry. So there is a lot of scope for innovation. Whoever is looking for sugar industry, I will try to, be very brief but focused about the few areas in which you have immense scope. The first sector I see, as was talked about in the previous session, is ethanol blending. Now, right now, because it's an issue of surplus sugar production, we are diverting at least 25% of the sugar juice to ethanol. Recently, last week only, I gave one presentation to Honorable CM Sir, and what we are aiming at is just diversion of sugar juice to ethanol. And there's only one sugar mill right now in Maharashtra which is directly preparing ethanol through juice. Slowly, we want that the sugar production should be reduced by one third, and like Brazil, we should be able to, move between two programs. You can, looking to international prices of sugar, one can go for sugar production or ethanol production depending on the needs and the markets. So we want a complete shift from A to B and B to A as far as sugar and ethanol production is concerned. This will help in the long run to regulate the production of sugar, the stocks of sugar, the marketing of sugar, and almost the pricing of sugar in the retail industry. So the ethanol blending program, as was discussed in the previous session, we have reached up to 6% level, and we are ultimately aiming at 20% ethanol blending. Now, blending, is not so complicated process. It's just mixing of ethanol into petroleum products at the company level. But the real problem is consistent supply of ethanol to oil company. That is one issue. Second issue that is being raised by all mill owners, because to set up an ethanol project, you need a heavy investment of to say 40 crores to 100 crores. And they want a long-term sustainable prices being given to the ethanol. Now it's very difficult for the oil companies to declare the rates of ethanol for next 10 years because, there is a lot of volatility in the prices of the petroleum products right now. Nobody can predict what would be the rates of the petroleum products in next fortnight. And in this situation, it is very difficult to guarantee a sustainable rate to ethanol for next 10 years or so. We are aiming at guaranteeing a certain minimum price to the ethanol producing distillery companies, so that at least they would be ensured to get certain rates Right now, the rate of ethanol is 42 rupees if it comes from molasses, and if it comes from juice, sugarcane juice, it comes to 59 rupees. But this juice to ethanol technology is slightly costly. It will take some time, probably 2 to 3 years more to stabilize. And there's another question mark which is coming in front of us, and that is of electrical vehicles. Now, sugar industry is saying if you are not ensuring rates for next 10 years, and if electrical vehicles would be on the roads by 2000, say 22, 23, there is no point in investing in ethanol industry or distilleries or sugar industries for that matter. So that is the biggest challenge I feel. Right now, what we are doing is from distilleries or the sugar mills, depending on the quotes given by the sugar mills, the ethanol is carried to different destinations. Because Maharashtra has highest number of mills after Uttar Pradesh and the production, now what is happening is Maharashtra mills are getting further points for fill up. Like Maharashtra mill in Kolhapur might get a filling point in Assam, might get filling point in Kochi, and that adds to the cost of transport of ethanol. So that is another challenge. So the scope for innovation lies here. If you can at the local level itself, because many of the sugar mills also have the petrol pumps, can they blend ethanol at their own site? That is quite possible. It doesn't involve any process. It doesn't involve any process than mixing. So what we need is an additional pump locally which can add ethanol, and you can just start filling up the bikes and petroleum vehicles with ethanol locally. So that is one sector where there is a scope. Second sector I see is environment friendly or eco-friendly technology for the sugar industry. Most of the sugar industry in Maharashtra has been now pretty old. Most of the mills are established in 1960s, 70s, 80s when there were no stringent environmental norms. Now we want incineration boilers which can give zero liquid discharge. Now there is the biggest scope in this. So I would request some of you who would be interested in to go in for incineration technology and environment friendly technology. There's another scope in sugar industry which I say in the crushing program. Now right now what is happening is throughout country or throughout world, sugarcane gets cut in the fields and is carried to the sugar mills. I am searching for some literature where anybody has tried to have on-site crushing of sugarcane in the field itself, and there is possibility of carrying this sugarcane juice in the cold vans up to the sugar mills. That is quite possible. What it requires hardly is prevention of, say, fermentation of the juice for next 4 or 5 hours till it goes to the mill. So this is quite an easy solution which can probably give more bagasse left over in the fields, which can add to the fertilizers for farmers, which can further reduce the dependence of farmers on chemical fertilizers. So it's a long chain where we can change altogether the face of sugar industry, and therefore there is a scope of innovation in the crushing of sugarcane. Right now we are using sugarcane harvesters on a very small scale, of course. Most of the mills have at least 5 to 10 harvesters used, which carries at least 5% of the sugarcane. However, there is scope till we reach around, say, 90% potential of harvesting sugarcane through harvesters. The fourth area where I can see the scope is retailing of sugar. Like for example, Maharashtra seems to be an ideal example. After UP went in for a new crop variety of sugarcane, the sugar production in UP has gone up much ahead than Maharashtra. So the only earlier Maharashtra sugar used to go to all northeast, West Bengal, UP, Bihar, and all eastern states. Now that scope has gone to UP mills because of the closer distance between UP and northeastern states. Now we are looking for the southern states as well as for exports. So exports, there is tremendous potential, but we have no competitive rates as compared to international market. Right now the international market is hovering around 2000 rupees per quintal, and our cost of production is 3500. So we are at national level, we are giving some export subsidy to the extent of 138 rupees per say 10 kg. So I think even after giving lot of incentives, we could not achieve the export targets this year. So there is a tremendous scope in retailing of sugar. Right now, within Maharashtra alone, the total sugar that is retailed by the traders is to the extent of 35 lakh tons. If that sugar goes on some online IT platform, or say it is retailed at the mill level only, probably you can find some opportunity in retailing of sugar. Fifth area I'm thinking of is we are planning to have one international kind of museum of sugar in Pune itself, in our own campus. Right now, there are 2-3 museums, one in Mauritius, one in Australia. The old one in Germany has now almost closed. So sugar being our strength and sugar cane being our, the most important cash crop of India, we are planning to have one sugar museum of international stature in our campus. And there is tremendous scope for people working in IT industry to help us establishing the sugar museum of international nature. That's all from my side in sugar sector. Thank you so much.